While on patrol in a remote part of the savannah, a man encounters a cheetah trapped in a barbed wire fence. Determined to help, he frees the injured animal, unaware that this act of kindness will lead to a shocking and unexpected encounter. What happens next between the cheetah and the herd is nothing short of extraordinary. Manu National Park in Peru is renowned for its rich ecosystems and breathtaking landscapes. The park's dense forests, expansive grasslands, and diverse wildlife draw visitors from around the world. In a secluded area of the lush savannah, a rare herd of cheetahs has made this region their home. While cheetahs are not typically found in Peru, this unique corner of Manu National Park has allowed them to adapt in surprising ways. In the herd, a young cheetah brimming with energy and a thirst for adventure eagerly prepares for a quiet morning hunt. It spots a nimble hare grazing near an old barbed wire fence. As the cheetah inches closer, the hare suddenly notices the predator and dashes away. Without hesitation, the cheetah takes off, its powerful legs pounding the ground at incredible speed, while the rabbit sprints like an arrow. The wind swirls, causing the yellow grass to sway as the two race across the vast plains. The hare skillfully dodges, weaving around low bushes, while the cheetah pushes forward with increasing determination, losing sight of the obstacles ahead. Unexpectedly, the cheetah collided with an old barbed wire fence hidden among the tall grass. Though weathered, the fence remained strong enough to ensnare the predator. The sharp barbed wires dug into its legs and body, causing painful bleeding wounds. The cheetah roared in agony, desperately attempting to escape. But with each struggle, the steel wires sank deeper into its flesh. Its cries echoed across the quiet grassland, reaching even the distant cheetahs. As soon as they heard the distressing cries, some members of the herd rushed toward the sound. They discovered the trapped cheetah but dared not approach it too closely. The barbed wires posed a danger, and they were unsure how to help. The group of cheetahs gathered around, their eyes filled with anxiety, watching their injured companion groan in pain. Though they longed to assist, they were powerless to remove the sharp, painful wires. The cheetah's struggles grew weaker, its body covered in deep, bleeding wounds. Luckily, at that moment, a group of tourists happened to pass by this area. The tour guide, named Caleb, was a veteran of the conservation area in Manu National Park. He had been attached to this place since he was a child and understood the habits of the leopards. Seeing the leopard in trouble, Caleb immediately suggested stopping the car to check. The tourists were extremely frightened when they saw the leopards surrounding them. They were worried that if Caleb got out, he might be in danger. But Caleb reassured everyone with a confident smile. He said he grew up with the leopards, and they considered him a part of nature here. Without hesitation, he took a pair of rescue pliers and slowly approached the trapped leopard. The surrounding leopards squinted at him but did not show any aggression. Caleb spoke softly to them as if he were talking to old friends. The injured leopard groaned, turning its head to look at Caleb with pleading eyes. He knelt close to the ground, trying not to cause further damage to the leopard. Each wire was cut off with the pliers. Each time, the leopard twitched in pain. Caleb was meticulous and careful, avoiding making the wound deeper. Time seemed to stand still as he removed each piece of steel from the leopard's body. Beads of sweat rolled down his forehead while the leopards watched silently. In the car, tourists watched anxiously, their hearts beating fast with worry. Some did not dare to look, afraid that the leopard would be in too much pain. Caleb tried to steady the leopard, occasionally stroking its fur to calm it down. About 15 minutes passed, and he finally managed to untie the last barbed wire. The leopard slowly moved, trembling as it stood up. There were many scratches and blood on its skin, but it did not seem to be mortally wounded. The leopards quickly approached, sniffed their fellow leopard, and then surrounded him as if to protect him. Caleb stepped back, giving the leopard space to recover. The tourists were amazed and relieved to see that he was still safe. The wounded leopard looked at Caleb with grateful eyes. Unable to speak, it only growled softly as a signal to its herd. The leopards together escorted the wounded leopard away from the fence and back to the field. Caleb returned to the car, still holding the pliers, his clothes stained with blood. He smiled at the tourists, saying, "Let's continue our journey." Everyone was impressed by his courage and kindness. They kept asking Caleb about his life with the leopards. Caleb explained that he had followed his conservationist parents to Manu since he was 5 years old. Thanks to that, he was familiar with the habits of many species, especially the cheetah. In the past, he had rescued an orphaned cheetah cub, and since then he had become friends with the whole herd. Tourists were moved by the story. The tour continued, and they admired the wild beauty of Manu National Park. While the special vehicle drove through the red dirt roads, Caleb meticulously explained about the flora and fauna. Every time someone mentioned the cheetahs, Caleb smiled proudly. He said they were a symbol of harmony between humans and nature. The next day, Caleb drove on patrol again. Surprisingly, the cheetahs appeared and followed his car. They ran beside him, occasionally looking at him as if to say hello. The rescued leopard still had some injuries, but it was able to run smoothly. The leopards seemed to want to show their gratitude by escorting him through the grasslands. Caleb stopped the car and stepped out, much to the surprise of the other conservationists. He approached the leopards, who remained calm and showed no fear. From that moment on, a unique bond formed between Caleb and the leopards, growing stronger with each passing day. In the days that followed, the leopards would often follow Caleb wherever he went, sometimes hiding behind the bushes, and at other times running ahead as if clearing the path for him. Visitors to the park grew more and more curious about the extraordinary bond between Caleb and the cheetah. They began calling him the friend of the cheetah, but for Caleb, it was more than just a title. It was a reflection of his deep love for nature. The management of Manu National Park took great pride in him, seeing him as a symbol of their conservation efforts. The image of Caleb rescuing a cheetah from a barbed wire fence spread far and wide, inspiring countless visitors. Nature will always protect us if we protect nature, Caleb often shared, his story becoming a beacon of hope and a call to action for all who encountered it. The scars on the injured cheetah's skin slowly healed over time. Whenever he encountered Caleb, he would approach more closely than the others, as if seeking to rub his head in a gesture of friendship. Caleb would often stroke its head, checking to ensure the wound had healed properly. Visitors to the park were fortunate enough to witness this magical moment of friendship between two different species, a bond that transcended boundaries. One day, the cheetah fully recovered and returned to hunting as it once did. However, it never forgot Caleb's life-saving act. Wherever Caleb went in the field, the cheetah would follow him like a loyal companion. And so the story of Caleb and the cheetah trapped in Manu National Park became a legend, symbolizing the deep bond between humans and nature. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you like this story. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.